On that fateful day, the jungle did not burn quietly. It screamed. A wildfire erupted without mercy. Sudden, violent, unstoppable. Flames leapt hungrily from tree to tree, devouring everything in their path as if the forest itself were being erased. Thick, choking smoke swallowed the air, turning familiar ground into a suffocating nightmare where every breath burned and every direction felt wrong. Fear took over the jungle. Animals burst from their shelters, eyes wide with terror, bodies driven by pure survival. Some found escape, others were never seen again, lost forever in the swirling smoke and fire. And in the heart of this chaos, a mother gorilla and her tiny infant was still there. Too late, too close, they stood at the edge of the advancing wall of fire, where there was no time to think, only to react. No promise of survival, no guarantee of mercy. The mother pushed forward through the smoke, her infant clinging desperately to her chest. Every step was heavier than the last. Every sound, the roar of flames, the cracking of trees, felt like the jungle collapsing around them. Then it happened. From above, a massive tree, its core eaten away by fire, let out a deep, terrifying groan. And without warning, it collapsed. The crash was violent. Final. The burning trunk slammed into the ground, pinning the mother gorilla beneath it. She tried to move. She tried to rise, but her body would not respond. She was trapped. The infant stayed, too young to understand death, too bonded to leave. It touched her face with trembling hands, circled her helpless body, cried out in desperate, broken calls, small voices begging the world to answer. But the jungle had gone silent to suffering. No help came. The fire crept closer. Second by second, breath by breath, hope began to disappear. Then, something changed inside the infant. With a final, trembling look at its mother, eyes filled with fear, confusion, and love, it turned away and ran into the smoke, into the flames, into the unknown, driven only by instinct and a fragile hope to survive. Beyond the worst of the fire, the tiny gorilla collapsed, coughing, ash covering its face. Its cries echoed through the trees. They were heard. A troop of gorillas stopped. They saw the terror. They felt the urgency. And without hesitation, they followed. Together, they returned, back into the danger, back toward the fire. They found her, broken, pinned, still breathing, with powerful arms and desperate strength. They pushed, lifted, and heaved the massive trunk. Muscles strained. Time slipped away. And finally, the tree shifted. She was free, alive, or but barely. The fire was closing in fast. There was no time left. They tried to move her. The infant supported her. The troop guided her forward. But her body gave out. She collapsed once more, this time unable to rise. The infant pulled at her arms, touched her face, tried with all its strength to make her stand. But she couldn't. And in that moment, the mother understood. Summoning the last of her strength, she pushed her infant away, not in rejection, but in love. Her eyes pleaded. Her body gestured urgently. Run, lie. The infant hesitated, then turned back. Their eyes met. One last time. A silent goodbye passed between them, heavy with everything words could never say. And then, the infant disappeared into the smoke. The mother remained behind, lying among the burning trees, as the fire closed in, accepting the price of love. It seemed the story would end there, in loss, in silence. But suddenly, human voices cut through the roar of flames. Urgent, focused, determined. Firefighters burst through the smoke, hoses in hand, boots pounding scorched earth. Water collided with fire. Steam hissed. Orders echoed through the chaos. They pushed forward, fighting not just the flames, but time itself, racing to save whatever life still remained. Thanks for watching.